Alright guys, hey, we have a completely new setup, but it shouldn't look much different from you guys. But if there's an issue, let us know.
Please let us know in chat if there's issues.
Please, like this cord that's touching my knee, it's bothering me. Let's get it fixed later. But hi everybody, welcome to Divine and Conquered's Sacred World. This is a 5e game based in Pathfinder Inner Seas using the Greyhawk Pantheon. A little bit of Taldor, a little bit of Innistrad, a little bit of Ravnica. Yes. And we have a little announcement, don't we?
Yes, I would like to advertise for the lady I call my boss, Dawn Greenfield, Ireland. I helped her edit her last book, and I got acknowledgement on it. There we go. All right, it's sci-fi. It's very good reading. This was given the reader's favorite 5 stars. Okay, just look her up, Dawn Greenfield, Ireland. And for you edgy type people, she also writes erotic thrillers. Therefore, that's why she goes by DG Ireland. This is the one I edited for her, along with the other 2 books. The first 2 books are just as good as this one. I strongly recommend reading them because they're very good reading. And if you like sci-fi, this one's about shifters, people who shift into animals and royalty and stuff like that. So it's a very good read.
Neato Frida. Cool. Well, cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So happy. That's really, really cool. Do we have any other announcements?
Any other announcements?
If we go to the Alistair comic?
Just the standard. Okay, yeah. So, hi, I'm Vic, and I am writing for the Alistair comic. It is a collaboration between me and Lynn Redder, who is the artist for it. And we are working on getting that together to put up on Webtoons. We currently have a couple of we have a teaser, and then we also have our Christmas comic that we put up for the holidays, which, as we all know, West can't wear shirts. That's the golden rule.
By the way, when I saw the preview of it, I thought it was an eye you guys were both looking at, and like, oh my god, that's a monstrous creature. I didn't notice it was an eyeball.
It was,
that was an eyeball.
That's exactly what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are currently working on writing and putting it together for you so that we can share it live on Webtoons when it is up. So if you want, you can follow us on Patreon. There you'll get the, if you subscribe to us for as little as $1 a month, you get to be the super special person that gets to see everything before anyone else.
Yeah.
And you can also join us on our Discord and like send us memes and talk to us and all that fun stuff.
Discord is actually really, really active.
It is. It's a really fun, active Discord.
I'm in a couple of Discords and I only lurk and they never respond or do anything. But this one's really active. So it's good.
It's like we're on it all the time.
It's almost like you guys are on it all the time.
Helen Claw, happy holidays, DNC. Thanks for being so awesome to us this year. We love you and keep doing great things.
What? Talent Claw!
Talent Claw, we were just getting to you.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Wow. The bestest in the world. Speaking of Talent and Claw, we have these amazing DM screens. DM screen. Look at these amazing DM screens. And then these amazing dice rules that you can roll just
dice trays.
Dice trays.
Dual hex dice vaults.
And I got single ones too. Look at this one. My dice are in it. Oh wait, the dice isn't here anymore. I have to get used to new things.
I'll have to start lifting them up.
Yeah. If you guys use the code Divine Comic, you get 10%.
There you go.
Amazing.
Right
There you go. Look at that. Look at that display. Awesome. Everyone, I hope had an amazing Christmas. Happy everything else for everyone else. Happy holidays. Is there any other announcements?
I'm old.
It's your birthday! It is your birthday! How old are you? 70,000 million years old?
Let's see. 137 years old.
Well, not Mumrock. How old are you?
Just minus that by 100.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So like we're getting too into character right now.
37.
But happy birthday, man. I'm glad that you got sober enough to play.
Yes.
I really appreciate the soberness.
I did finish a bottle of sake.
I'm sure you finished the bottle and the body. That's for the after hour stream.
After dark stream.
Happy birthday, man. That's awesome. Glad you are alive and not dead.
Thank you for being here to play with us on your special day.
Yes, I appreciate it. And if that is, we shall go into our intro.
Intro, and we just hit the mute,
and then intro. There we go. Good job.
Wow.
You do one half of a Jeremiah very well.
I'm one half of Jeremiah.
So, that is way louder. To recap, as you guys can tell, Skull prepare with this blank page.
Oh, we're not going to introduce ourselves?
We'll do that in a minute because we are in recap music.
Guys, we get super serious recap music.
Yeah, super serious recap music. So, the Elysian Vagabonds and the Vagabonds had a task to fight the Shadow Dragon, kill it, to send it back to its plane, perform a 24-hour ritual called of a cleric spell called Hollow, and unpossess the possessed from the Shadow Dragon, and then close the portal to the Feywild. A very simple task. All has to be done within 24 hours because the Shadow Dragon will come back every single night as soon as it's able to.
And it did.
And it did.
It did as promised.
You guys successfully fought off some of its scouts. You guys fought the Shadow Dragon on home turf inside the compound, killed it. As you guys were doing that, Ariell and Oria were performing the ritual, and with just 2 hours left, found the portal to the Feywild, which was just a single dewdrop in the middle of the biggest tree in the forest, and with a good successful roll of Dispel Magic, dispelled it, and closed the portal. The dog who was assisting you asked for its death so you can go back to Stone Plain, and with that, you guys freed the Feywild. Or Fangwood. From the Feywild.
Oh man, I wanted a yeet dog as an animal companion.
You may not.
I don't think
It's
they
a
agree with
joke.
I don't, yeah.
that. Yeah.
They're not very helpful, I don't think, during the day.
So,
Also, they might ask for me.
they might, yeah. With the Hollow Spell being fully casted, there is a 60-foot by 60-foot dome of eternal peace, which has every single scent of the seasons within it, and a unnatural ability to not let the dead rise within it. It has a everlasting permanent rest for anyone that dies within the circle or that's fought within the circle. And the amazing ability of the ritual that you guys successfully in the flying colors performed by my ad is that this spell is permanent until Oria decides to dispel. So, with a very stressful couple of days and nights, the party fully together, the forest finally free of the Feywild, animals lurking around. Let's start the next morning. After a rest, hunters have gotten a bountiful of meats and fruits from the forest. Elysian Vagabonds and our bag of beans. What do we want to do this morning?
I know what Oria would be doing, and that would be to go downstairs underground, and she is going to go to the... What was the name of the stone again?
It was the Holy Thunderstone.
Yeah, she's going to go up to the Holy Thunderstone, and she is going to try to, I guess, get in touch with the Tempest.
Okay.
I had to stop myself from using another name, so.
Yes. Her appropriate name is the Voice of the Tempest, and
Yes.
that's how she should be referred to.
So, just going to discuss with her about the current situation.
And speaking with your mom, you would know at least enough doing this frequently, and at least the basics of hello in Terran and Tempest and Terran, which would be the first indicators to start the conversation. You just need to speak a word in that language to start communication, and then she will be able to hear. Do you want to bring anyone along with you, or are you just doing this? On
I mean,
your
if
own?
anybody's gonna come with me, they're more than welcome to, but
Ooh,
she's not.
I want to ask the Tempest about the people I'm looking for as well,
Sure.
or at least anything about them.
Anybody else? Okay. As Rognarv is attending and fixing Brom, trying to see if there's any new mechanics you can add on to her, testing new weapons here and there, and apologizing and thanking people that he trapped inside of a makeshift little carousel? Yeah, sure, we'll use that word. That's not the wrong
Corral.
word. Corral, thank you.
That's
a little corral.
Thank you.
In the carousel.
As which is very hard. As Lass and Tea Leaf are trying to outbard each other, see who can play the best song at the moment. And a friendly banter of insults come along the way. So, you guys head downstairs to a meals room, which is very nice and tidy now. As someone throughout the day, as you guys were sleeping or resting or communing upstairs, fix it up just because it should be presentable. As you guys walk downstairs to the halls and the corridors of the underground layers of this Earth Ashari compound, you are in front of the Thunderstone. Thunderstone, technically. As you speak your phrases in Terran to activate, you see the silhouettes of this elvish woman with horns on her head. What do you say after that?
She'll just catch her up on, well, it's done. I was able to perform the Howl spell perfectly. It doesn't seem to be breaking down. The Feywild has been, the Leak has been taken care of. The Shadow Dragon's been taken care of. She's just...
Hi, Oria. That's great. I'm very happy that's. I was actually really worried. I'm very glad that you're okay and everyone's fine and that. Okay.
There
I'm
is...
glad.
It's like, okay, that's the good news. There is some bad news too, and
Of course, there's never anything good all the time.
yeah, and it's just her it's being a little bit forlorn, and it's just, I'm sorry to say that we did lose a mule in all of this.
There is a very long pause. What happened?
Again, because I know me personally,
Yeah.
I was not in game for when that happened, but
What
it
happened
was-
was, unfortunately, he was taken. And we tried to catch up to save him, but by the time we got there, unfortunately, he was already gone. We were able to defeat the ones that got him, but unfortunately, we were too late. We were running as fast as we can. But as you can see it, I'm with Dwarf and we were with other dwarves. We're not really that fast.
She pauses a little bit and you see like the head tilt. Yes, yes, dwarves, legs. Yes. Well, you see that her tone of nervousness and surety kind of pauses. Well, we need to find a new leader for sure. There's a couple that I think would be good. Through Emil's discussions, I actually would like to see if Yulna would be up to the task of doing this. We would have to see if she can learn any of the transmutation rituals. Speaking of which, we also need to reward the captains of this. How about the food? Is there plentiful food?
And by this point, like, the hunters would have come back in during the day. Yeah. And
the forest is back, so there's plentiful food around. Okay, that's good. We need, and then she just starts listing a list of a lot of things. That are like, oh, that's okay. So we should find water at this source. Which fruits would be good at this season? And she just starts listing a huge long list of things to uphold the keep. Before she goes back to a more careless voice.
I also want to say that I know the forest. I can tell you the hunters exactly where to hunt and how to find the water pretty well.
That'd be
actually,
very useful. Yes, thank you.
I will.
And or
Where you can?
Oh yes, I haven't not met you, have I? I've just heard about you.
Yes. Hi.
Hi, I'm the Mumrock, the hero dwarf that helps save the day.
Mumrock, the hero dwarf that helps solve the day.
And you just see
what I
Oria.
do.
If she sees Oria in the background, just kind of like, just go with it.
We are all so lucky to have you.
I didn't know. Thank you.
I know. Oh my god.
Oh, his pride's adorable. Well done.
Pride comes before the fall, my friend.
I would ask if you are such skilled, please tell me of the water levels in the material plane. I
can
need to have some thoughts. There is a large dispute here in the plane of water. The death of an Evelyn is not something that goes without much discourse. And again, we having great elder elementals disappearing. So I need to see if there's anything wrong with our waterways, which has nothing to do with the other sharks. But if you guys are adventuring, I would very much like some communication about that.
I can check the forest later on if you need me to.
I guess that would be wise to do, but I guess with that information about, because what it's greater elementals that are disappearing. With that, Oria will probably explain about, I guess if, just so the Tempest is aware of it, about the issue that they had back in Corvassa with the Night Hag. There was a coven of hags that that the group had come across, and that a Night Hag did get away.
It was a green hag.
A green hag that got away?
Karamaga was a green hag. In Krovas, the Covenant, the one that summoned the greater water elements, was a green hag.
Yeah, the one that, no, she's talking about like when they did fight the Coven,
in the temple.
the Night Hag was the one that did get away.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, but yeah, she would have mentioned about when Karma. She did, I think, mention last time about
yes, I believe so.
about that one that destroyed Karma. Yeah. But
It is incredibly concerning as hags get their very unique abilities from making contracts with things that are much scarier than they are, and then they're led to run amok and do whatever they want. That is very concerning. But if the covenant is destroyed,
we did break up.
There's only ever 3. Hags hate each other.
Yes, so we did kill 2 of the 3.
That's an extremely positive thing on our side.
And I guess also following within that, Oria is also going to mention what they had encountered, I guess, in the Underdark. She's just letting her be aware of just some of the...
The fact that many of you came out with your lives against the Beholder is incredibly lucky, or acknowledgement of your strength.
But what I worry about is the fact that it's still around, and I'm worried that it's going to try to make its way. If it finds its way here,
I'll kill it if it finds its way here. I hunt beholders. It's true.
It's true. There's another like. What?
I'm a hero. That's what I do. Bad things in the night, I kill.
Hunt beholders.
Oria, well, this is news to me. Anyways.
That's my favorite mini.
I will. So, Oria, thank you for everything.
Yes.
As they're like you get the sensation like she doesn't
Yeah, it's
believe you at all, even though that is your favorite
So
animal.
these things are just like,
Like,
that's
yeah.
nice, honey.
Yeah, it's
That's cute.
Yeah, what more to the abilities that you have are not very common at all. Even to someone of her reach, that's not something that she's heard of.
But with the discussion of finding someone else, I guess, to take over, she was hinting at Yolna, is what she was saying? Okay. Or she meant,
Tempest is going to go to her with a mule recommendation, which was
okay.
she trusts a mule enough to follow that recommendation, so that's who she
Okay.
would be comfortable with.
And then, or you just be like, would you want me to go get my mother for you to speak with her, or?
You can commune in private if that'd be good. Whenever she's ready. Time works differently here, so we have time. Also, I would like to thank you for everything. And a mule was not skilled enough to master the Transmuter's Rock, but I think that you might. And she looks like she's trying to look through the room. Yeah, I can't see that. Okay. There should be a wooden plank underneath a carpet. See if that's there. And you see there's a great carpet in the middle of the room.
Mm-hmm. Which I guess she'll go and.
And you see that there's like a wooden door underneath that is like dug into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have a lock or anything on it.
Mm-hmm. So she'll pull it up.
And you see that there is a large, just brown stone.
Mm-hmm.
Is she gonna get it? I can't see her.
Yeah.
She's almost back.
Yeah. Which I guess Oria will grab and bring over. Just like this
hi.
thing.
Yes. Try to see if you can master that. It assists in the manipulation. It was an organic tradition, but it has a lot of druidic value to it. To think about the manipulation of how stone can be soft and malleable like mud, and how mud can turn more into a different state, liquid, and then stronger than stone itself. See if you can master these tricks.
Okay.
You can add in your inventory of a Transmuter's Rock.
I don't have a pencil. Oh. Thank you. I really need to get new paper.
And for you, brave dwarf,
Alright.
my sincerest thanks for everything that you did.
Alright, you're welcome.
I will remember the name Mumrock.
Mumrock.
Great Mumrock. The dwarf that cannot run fast but kills beholders.
That's right, that's what I do.
Excellent.
But I do have a couple of questions if you don't mind me asking.
Of
Great
course.
one.
Of course. It's just the okay, great one's fine.
Yes, I'm helping somebody out for a job right now, and I'm actually looking for something called I'm looking for a couple of changelings. You ever heard of them?
Yes, but why?
Well, then normally they're good people. I don't tend to do any harm to them, but I got the job that I'm helping out somebody. They're looking for some people.
I mean, the entire.
It's a good location.
If you're hunting down changeling, then you're searching for darkness in a black room. They're everywhere. And you'll never find one. That's the whole purpose of their existence.
I know, I've heard.
Well, then you know as much as I do.
That's what I thought.
I would be astonished if you ever meet one in real form. So I don't seem to know how or think any way that I can help you with that. I'm pretty sure that I've met more changelings than I can count, because I don't know how many I've ever met.
Like I said, I'm helping somebody try to find some people. Me being a great ranger, they got trust in me. But as you can see, it's a very tough job.
Yes, I have no idea.
Right, that's alright, it's alright. I'm just going to, if you ever remember though, if you ever hear of a group of them, that would be helpful.
If I come across a group of changelings
Or hear about it.
or hear about them, I will definitely let the great Mumrock, the dwarf that can't run fast, know.
That's right. But I do kill the horrors.
That is something you said, yes.
Thank you, great one.
It's just as like she kind of whispers it very like you feel the embarrassment of calling her something profound, like she just doesn't like it.
I'm going to go ahead and check the photos for you then. Make
Yes,
sure your
please.
hunters know.
Please, thank you.
Oria will thank her as well and pretty much end the conversation, I guess, there.
As you guys are leaving, you hear it. Bye.
Oh goodness.
I think she
You
likes
just see her
you.
trunk do this when she's walking away.
I think she likes you. And I wink.
Oh my gosh, she's sweet.
So, as our two compatriots were doing that, what about the rest of the party? What would you guys be doing this morning? As probably, you guys did that early in the morning or late?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just say a excitedly amount of venison is being prepared, and great amount of display of fruit is being offered. At the moment, that's as much as I can prepare for one night's worth of hunting. But that's yeah. Start mixing your brew.
My brew.
You'll see throughout the day more and more barrels of water on a cart will be being distributed from the rivers nearby, and it almost will seem like they're stockpiling just in case. But that's what they'll do. And I don't know if I said this before you left last game, but as soon as you step outside, it feels like a forest. Like you feel the energy of the divinity of what is a forest come to you, and your senses feel good. Like it feels good. It feels normal.
That's nice.
I know.
Good job, team.
As we are mixing our hobs and our whatnots to make some more dwarven brew. What about the rest of you? Is there anything you can do, West?
Yes, I am spending time with Cordelia.
Okay.
Kind of just helping her with her blind sense, and teaching her how to talk and read. Well, talk in common, I guess.
Okay.
If you're doing any of this above ground, like on the outside, you're gonna see West trying to take Oria's advice and attempting to meditate, but it looks bad because he keeps fidgeting and it's just like closing his eyes and then like waiting like maybe 5 seconds and he opens his eyes like has anything happened yet?
As I see that, I'm going to just kind of pause for a second, pick up Cordelia, and walk over in front of West. I'm going to sit down like in a meditative stance, and I'm going to kind of just put Cordelia in my lap. I'm going to reach out my hands and take West's and just kind of just say, calm, relax,
I don't know what any of that means.
deep breaths. And I'm just going to kind of just try to meditate with Wes and kind of guide Wes through.
Wes, roll me
How to
a
relax.
Breath, what do I do now?
Breathe
Tell him
out.
to exhale.
You forgot that.
Wes, roll me a wisdom. Just
A wisdom.
D20
Oh,
plus your
God.
wisdom modifier.
Okay. Oh, that's so unfair.
As the DM face palm for Ariell.
Oh my god.
It's like
That's a
anything
natural
that
one.
you say is triggering him to overthink,
Yeah,
and it's
it's really
just
overthinking.
getting him angrier. And he doesn't know that he's getting angry and frustrated.
Know what I'm
These are
doing
things.
wrong. I was told to just sit down.
Wes,
Yes.
close your eyes.
Nah. Do that.
Breathe slowly. And think about what you like.
What are we thinking, Liz?
Things that make you happy. Things that bring you joy.
Thinking of Trixie when she's a little boar and she does those cute little like snuffles. I'm thinking of cooking. I'm thinking of nope, that makes me sad. Yeah, I just go straight to sadness.
Roll me another wisdom.
You want the big dice?
It's fine, it'll be fine.
God! You use the big dice!
Wow.
That would be fun.
2.
Well, actually, it's a 4.
Oh,
Is there anything I
But
can do
rolled
to
a natural
help?
1 and now I just rolled a natural 2.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. The die went up. It's progress. As you before Wes opens his eyes and almost instinctually starts to fidget and get up, you see one tear roll down his face.
Not thinking of stuff. I'm probably gonna get so frustrated I will end up telling Ariell about the dream that I had. The same dream that I told Oria about.
Which, since Coleton wasn't here.
Yeah, he wasn't here, so I can tell you all about it.
Um,
So, alright, so I've been having these weird dreams, right? And the most recent one that I've been having, like, okay, so for all these dreams, I'm like not me. I'm someone else. So I was in this fancy room. There was somebody writing on a board. I guess it was a school or something. I've never seen a school before. And I look down at my hands, and I'm wearing fancy clothes, and my hands are red. Oh, and I'm a kid, which is weird. And I'm around all these other kids, and then I feel somebody pull me from behind, but they pulled me from like a tail I had, and that was weird because I don't have a tail. And then I got mad about it, and then next thing I know, everything's on fire. There's like a whole field full of fire. I'm angry about it. Everything's on fire and crumbling and screaming and yeah.
well, that's not troubling at all.
I don't know what any of that means.
Do you think this has something to do with this?
Yeah, that's what Oria said. And then Oria told me to try to communicate with him by meditating. So I'm trying to meditate, but I'm not good at it. And I don't think it's working. The only way I've ever talked to him was when I get mad.
I don't know what to say.
This is definitely not Ariell's area of expertise, talking to demons and devils and things.
I mean, last time I guess, not last time, but like, I guess one of the few times that I spoke with him, I asked him where he's been, and he says hell. But he's like, in my head, so is my head hell?
No. Your head is not hell.
Okay.
But
Well, he says he's been in hell, so I don't know what any of that means. I don't know.
perhaps you should go back to the place where you first met Dis. perhaps there's something there that could help us understand why you're having these visions. Perhaps it's a regret, a memory that Dis has that you're experiencing.
So I'd have to go back to Tabatha then.
Yes.
I mean, is Ronny gonna be okay with that?
It's only one way to find out.
I mean, I don't want her to leave her family behind again, but I also don't want her to leave because she's important to me.
I understand. But we have the gate scroll. And she's been trying to find a way to send her family home. I don't know if she'd want to stay with us, or if she'd want to go home with her family. It's something we'll have to talk to Oria about. But either way, I feel like it's important that we understand what's going on between you and Dis, and remedy that as soon as we can. I don't think it's healthy for either of you to have this connection.
I think that's the first time you said something nice about him.
Ariell just kind of like smirks. And then gets up, says, well, suppose we should go find Oria.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick up Cordelia too and walk around to find
Little baby.
and go find Oria.
As soon as you both get up, coincidentally, Oria and Mumrock are coming out. As you guys see Orcdeath, as there's a couple people who are very interested in what you're doing, and the curiosity starts like leaning over to like, so how do you make that?
Give me some room here.
You see one of the orcs that was definitely helping, like, give him room, and he drinks like, this is really good. Mine. This is really good.
Learn how to make some, make people happy.
I'm ready to learn. Just watch.
Give me more stuff and I'll make more.
What do you need?
Everything that's on my list.
Get my list. I can't read it. Look, let's go. As there's a group of very young individuals, including maybe like one or two Loxodons, who have your list and will do their best to get the materials out in the woods. As and from that, you all see each other as Oria and Mumrock are exiting from the underground, coming upstairs. Orcdeath is still doing his brew in the morning. What do we do, guys?
Is Tarsius and Brahmi out
They'll
and
be
about?
downstairs.
Oh, they're
probably
downstairs.
hanging out.
Aw.
Well, I guess Oria's gonna approach Ariell, just kind of like, I know you don't want to hear this from me, but I'm just going to tell you that it's probably safer for them to stay here.
You're talking to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I spaced out. I was reading the chat.
We were watching Orcdeath brewing. Like,
Yeah.
Wes, like, wait, hold
It
on.
smells
so
really good.
intriguing.
Wes, like, wait 5 minutes. ago to watch
I was
this.
I'm the
thinking
Julia Jones.
Iron Chef,
Iron Brewer.
Iron
Brewer.
Brewer, Orcdeath.
Oh, we got a sneaky boy on chat.
I'm gonna say to Oria, as I'm still holding Cordelia, I had thought perhaps it would be best to bring them to Tabatha with us. You see, Wes told me about his visions.
Mm-hmm. No, he's told me too.
I believe the best way to understand them is to go back to to where we first encountered Dis. To learn his past, to understand Dis.
And I understand that, and that's fine for us. She's pointing to Cordelia and then kind of gesturing downstairs to where Tarsius is. Not so much for them.
In Corvassa, the temple can take care of Cordelia. After all, that would be where we would need to stop in the end anyway, if we want to ever cure her blindness and the curse of her petrification. But for Tarsius, I feel that with the adventuring exploits being bankrolled by Chaddington, Tarsius would have very skilled trainers, people that can teach him swordsmanship, survival techniques, who could take care of him, and being in such a big city, protected by such a powerful individual, would probably be the safest place for Cordelia and Tarsius. But I do agree we can't keep bringing them along with us. It's far too dangerous.
And that's why I'm trying. Oria trying not to get frustrated. It's like, but Fangwood is safe here for them too.
I just don't see them getting everything they need from such a small place. Especially not Cordelia.
I'm not sure if Oria's taking offense to that or not. She probably will.
Uh-oh. Don't take offense.
It's
Don't take
the
offense.
the difference between raising the child in Ariell's vision versus Oria's vision, which are both not necessarily bad, both being wise and intelligent individuals. Just one coming from the earth and the druidic passion versus one coming from schooling and proper teachings.
Coleton, you're being asked to speak up just a little bit.
Oh,
You're getting lost
okay.
in the middle.
Okay.
I'll rearrange the mic. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
It's still
as-
new for us. We're getting there.
Thank you, audience.
As Oria will probably put it, but I understand, like, from when we were in Karamaga, yes, we would see, like, 1 or 2 Minotaurs, but a Medusa, it's not very heard of, especially in large cities, and I don't want anything bad happening to them. Whereas I know here, they won't be judged for who they are.
I don't know.
Because as Oria's even gonna put it, it's just even when we thought that getting to Fangwood would be such a straightforward shot, it wasn't, and then we found our way back in the Underdark. I don't want to risk something like that happening again on our way back to Gravasa.
Well, we've gotten them this far, and who's going to raise them once you send your people home?
Well, I still have to gather the components. I'm just saying that they would be safe here until we can find our way back.
Wes is just leaning into Mumrock like this is a really tense conversation.
Why doesn't he just agree with the elephant lady? She knows what she's talking about.
I mean, where I come from, usually we listen to the bigger person, so.
I know, she's obviously right.
Oh my god. Y'all.
Are you guys whispering that?
But
Are you guys whispering that?
we're,
Yes.
yeah, we're whispering that to each other. It's like,
Hey.
you know, and
I can
Let's
only
go get
assume
some
it's like a
alcohol
loud whisper.
from, let's go get some alcohol from Orcdeath. I
Yes.
gotta probably get him some more ingredients anyways.
yes. Let's do that. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
god.
Oria's right. As I go-
that
Oria's just doing this. Just.
as the bag of beans.
Did they bring me more stuff?
Not at the moment.
Because I was going to be doing this.
They will need a little bit more time. But,
Orcdeath, give me your list real quick. Oh, just FYI, we might have to kill a beholder.
Wait, what did he just say?
I better make it strong then.
You better.
Did he just say, beholder, what's happening?
Oh, I kill beholders for a living. It's kind of what I do.
Have you ever seen one?
Yes.
Okay.
That explains the shit in his pants.
Exactly.
Oh, that's why you wear brown pants.
Y'all know me not too well. Anyways, gotta teach these younglings how to hunt.
It's only survival, dude. Roll me survival. You do add double your modifier since you are in the forest now.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Oh god.
This proves one thing. Sake gives courage.
So instead of a +4, it'll be +8.
So that's
On top of your
21.
Of course.
Or like, no, 22 actually.
and it takes half the time for you to get. I'll say that in a very unrealistic hour or so, you would come back with probably double the amount that Orcdeath intended you to get. But you can go do that. If you want to teach people how to do it, we'll slow it down to 2 hours.
I want to teach people how to do it because I also
Alright,
want to show them how to hunt the area
Okay,
as well.
and then in 2 hours you'll be back with all the ingredients Orcdeath wanted. And you're very surprised that you found all this here.
I'm still standing off. He's gonna come back and be like, I still haven't moved.
So, is there anything else that you guys needed to discuss, Ariell and Oria?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure there is. That's why I want to make sure that you had your time.
Reminder, we did say Oria was right.
If I'm not mistaken, with the spell scroll, you don't need the material components. Correct.
You still need to.
You do?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It has it on the spell scroll. Like,
It's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's a lot of gold you need to cascade.
I'm just drinking and watching.
Well, it was a diamond worth 5,000 gold pieces to cast.
Diamond's worth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we collected a bunch of diamond dust.
We have 2,800 gold. Diamond worth of gold. Worth 2,800 pieces of gold.
My bad.
I had to use some of it for
My bad.
spell component. What was that?
My bad.
Oh, my bad too.
You guys
Yes.
were
Yes.
life drained and strength drained.
Yeah,
so
we
yes.
were.
Yeah, I had to use some of it. Stares at you too.
I'm back to get stared at.
Not at the moment.
Yes!
Okay, well, Ariell is just going to take Cordelia over to where the fire was in that little like area,
Yeah.
and just as he leaves, just say, I need to think about this.
Again, and she'll even put it again as he's walking away. I'm not saying for forever. Just for now.
And that is all that Ariell will do for now.
We're just gonna head back downstairs
Sure.
to go and find Tarsius
Okay.
and Brahmi.
Okay.
And
As
she is going to probably take whatever time she has left before we all decide to head out of town and spend it with the kids.
And
And
do
try
you
not to
have
cry.
the English translation of that, or is it just all our?
No, but I will read it to the best of my ability.
Okay.
Let's do it the best you can.
I think it's upside down.
I'll give you the translation in a second. It's on a different scroll. As you do, it doesn't take long for you to find him as you hear a grunt as Ronny is flying as best as he can, as half of his wing is covered in webs. Tarsius is chasing him, and your daughter's chasing behind him with a wand.
Oh no. Oh, that pseudo dragon. Never.
She's gonna stand there, and as Robo's gonna try to like
As
scurry behind
Robos,
her.
like gets on top of you on your shoulder, you You see both of them just stop immediately.
She's gonna look at them and then look at the pseudo dragon and just kind of like think in the back of her head, what happened?
You hear as a piece, though a wooden stick, which you recognize as the wand, fall right behind your daughter. She kind of steps right in the line of sight to try to cover it.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see Tarsius look at her. Just like straight down. As he's
Yeah, she's just gonna look over at the pseudo dragon and just ask, oh, what happened?
I'm in charge. But sometimes webs make my tail not work. And then the big one followed, and the other one followed. But I am still in charge.
She's gonna look back at those two kids and just be like, I'm gonna give you just one chance, only one, to tell me the truth.
I accidentally shot the webs, and then he started chasing it, and then it looked like he was having fun, so he kept chasing him. And you see Ronny on you. It was fun. Yes, he says it was fun, but I am still in charge.
Okay. Oria's just gonna hold her hand out to Brahmi.
Kind of leans over, grabs the wand of web, gives it back to you. And can you roll your perception, please? Not that you need to, with your plus a million.
That's 10.
You see that on the left side of one of the corridors where like it banks, you see the entire area covered in webs, even stretching out to the other side, almost making it really hard for someone to pass through.
An accident?
The first one was.
I have a question. Are there any like utensils, like brooms or anything like that? I guess down in the
There was a
corner?
broom next to like a couple steps behind you. That was Dustin or something. Yeah.
Or he's gonna just grab the broom and hold it out to Ronny.
Okay.
You might want to start working on getting those webs taken care of.
Yes, and he kind of grabs it, and you can see Tarsius runs right behind her, grabs the other end of the broom, and they start walking.
Aww.
As Tarsius looks at sorry.
I forgive you too. Just don't abuse magic, please. Please don't do that.
As they do so. And they start cleaning up as much as they can. And take a long
If they're
time.
having a really hard time, she will assist them.
Okay, after maybe an hour, you see that even with the young Minotaur strength, it's still quite difficult to get it out. But with your assistance, maybe in an hour and 30 minutes, it's clean. And about that time, you return back with a lot of people who are very studious now and asking way too many questions, and you just don't have the time to answer every little thing they want. But you do have the ingredients and plentiful in boxes and barrels for everything that Orcdeath needed to brew.
I drop it off over to here until he mixes brew. Y'all need to be quiet.
And Orcdeath, 2 hours later, you get double the amount that you originally wanted. And you do know that if you're going to mix all this, you need quite a bit more barrels to contain everything.
Ooh. More barrels.
As you speak, and it shall be done. As
Pass these out. Enjoy.
as everyone starts, well, not everyone. There's about maybe like 10 at the beginning, and then after a couple hours, it dies down to like maybe 4 that actually stay there and assist as much as they can. But they'll be doing as you command to make the brew.
Yep.
And after a couple hours, it will have, let's say, 5 gallons worth. So a good amount for
Good start.
yeah, yeah. Enough for maybe a couple days for you, but a good amount to start off with versus having none.
Make some more for backup.
as the residents of Hamwood still keep bringing in water as though, again, like as though they were stockpiling it, and more deer keep getting brought back and start the process over. Again, it really looks like they're just stockpiling on food at the moment.
Well, they really had none to begin with, so.
Dud, we should probably do the same.
Sure. Only survive.
Oh god, that's actually horrible.
Wow.
What is it? Plus 4, 7, 8,
Oh
9,
my
10, 11, 14?
14.
Off of 3.
So you is anyone else going to join in hunting for anything?
I'll help.
Okay. As you're following.
Oh, wait, don't I get
the-
advantage on that?
No, you don't get advantage. You just double the percentage.
That's a bad roll.
Just here to carry
They were
stuff.
too loud and too eager, and a lot of the deer know what they're doing and have definitely got into hiding positions to make sure that you didn't hunt as much as you would like. You do come back with, let's say, you get to change strategy to you can either do fishing, fowl, or porcupine that you can capture.
I want to go fishing because I also want to check how the waterways look.
Yeah. All right, as you are there, why don't you both roll nature? As you find a good strength. Particularly.
That's right. Dude.
30, 20.
Oh my god. 11.
That's water. That is
The
indeed
Coleton
water.
River is what brings you to supply here, and
Well, it's nature, so not really great at nature, but hey,
you see that the water is perfectly fine here. There's literally absolutely no abnormalities, and I'll say that with your equipment, you can bring about probably about like 3 days worth of solid food for the entire party, depending on how much you want to split that.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. 3 days of food
Okay.
for the entire party. And
Alright.
then if they don't want it, then I'll keep it.
And that's 3 days of just pure fish, but it's 3 days worth of food. Spreading out even longer, spreads it out even longer. I'll do mental math on how much that is in a minute.
Okay.
But you can put 3 days worth of rations for fish for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people.
Salt to dry. We got some jerky.
As you'll see them come back with nets and strings of fish, or was probably with a hand just full of fish. They're various lengths from small to pretty large, but you felt that not that you couldn't catch more, but doing so would harm the ecosystem that's here. This is probably as much as you should have and should take that.
It's actually a lot of your fish.
Yeah.
I got my character sheet up there.
Oh no.
Oh
It's kind of
no.
important. I was like, I'm
Coleton!
missing something important, but I don't know what it is.
Good job.
It's only who you are.
The essence of your being.
Essence of your being. As you'll do that, is there anything specific that you guys want to do throughout the evening?
I guess.
Or any discussion on how many days you want to stay here? Because the forest is definitely plentiful.
Amongst, I guess, the fort, do they have any, but I don't know how to bring it out like this as a question.
Sure.
It's mainly like Oria's looking for components, I guess, asking if for whatever reason they, anyone amongst the compound would have something like this.
What are you looking for?
Rare oils.
A lot of the oil that was used for the hollow spell
Was used up.
was modified through a lot of purifications, but they wouldn't be classified as rare.
Okay.
And yeah, a lot of it got used up.
Okay, well then that's something that she'll just look for when she goes back into Tabatha, or at least seek out a shop for that.
Sure. So as the night falls, food's in your belly, a lot of chatter and joy throughout. You still guards doing their job, preparing what they need to, and guarding what they can. A full night's sleep. As the next day comes by, what do you guys want to do? How do you want to prepare for the leave? Have you spoken to the entire group about this? It's up to you guys.
Well,
Kind of free range of what you want to do.
I guess if Wes does approach Oria about it, like, she's fine with wanting to go back to Corvassa and help West. Like, she is a little bit troubled, but at the same time, it's like she wants to do what she can to help West and help Dis at the same time.
Yeah,
Because she didn't loathe the guy. She was okay with him. She actually even wanted to help. So, yeah. I mean, I guess she'll also talk with her mother, too, about, like, I guess whenever you'll know wants to, the Tempest wanted to speak with her.
And you'll see that they're going to be there for a really long time discussing it. Every now and then you see your mom come back to just get something to just like graze on and tea, but then she goes and like not lock herself in, but she's definitely having a very long and detailed discussion with the Tempest. But that's going to be all of the prior day and most of the second day as well.
Well, I know Oria would, like, I guess when we're getting ready to leave, she will tell, you'll know that she is choosing to go with the party and that she would be back. She has the spell to get everybody home, but she doesn't have the components for it.
We'll get to it in a minute unless there's anything else anyone wants to do beforehand.
I do want to stay a couple of more days just to make sure we're stockpiled up on food to teach the hunters, what I know, just so they're prepared.
When you do so, they know what they're doing. They might not know exactly why this berry is not good to be eaten. They just know that it's not the berry to eat. Like you're definitely reinforcing their views, and you're reinforcing their talents, and you do help some here and there. But they've grown up in these woods, so they know these woods. They know them more than you, but not for the reasons that you wouldn't if you had a couple of days here.
Yeah. Then I would like to stockpile on food. I also let Oria know that the waters seem fine.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's good.
Oh, didn't our carts get hecked up during the fight too?
I know the axles was fixed on my cart.
Yes. Yeah.
The other cart, I'm not sure.
The other cart was fine. It was
Okay.
They started to mess with yours and only got enough to take the one wheel out.
Okay.
And Rognarv was able to mend that.
So yeah, I guess give me like an extra day to get some food for the party.
Okay. So total of 2 days stockpiling on food.
Mhm.
Alright, sounds good to me. As I assume you guys spoke to Orcdeath and told him about where we're going as
We
well.
would have,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm hanging out by the bar with this guy all the time, so yeah. He's like, yeah, so we're gonna be leaving in like 2-ish days. I mean, Mumrock wants to get food, so if you want to travel with us, Corvassa's a port town, you might be able to sell some of your stock. I know a tavern that might like some of that.
If I don't get to kill something, then I might as well sell some drink.
Fair.
It's good.
And the one thing, yeah, it's like, oh, so nice that we stayed an extra 2 days that Oria can build up her reserve because she knows she has to go downstairs and tell her daughter bye.
Uh-oh. Yeah, 2 days for Ariell to think about stuff.
I do want to ask about the beholder they fought though, because that interests me.
Sure.
I'll cry about it, but I'll tell you.
And
I spend the whole time teaching Cordelia, kind of reading to her about my plane of existence, I guess,
Okay.
and
Alright, so
payroll
let's
and all
see
that stuff.
I also ask you a lot about your friend Cowarbell as well.
I'm gonna also cry about it, but I will tell you.
It's like
It's like, okay, I'm gonna start tearing up, but I'm just gonna power through it. Don't worry about it. Okay.
And at the end of it, I'm just gonna say, then that's why you're a vagabond. You're one of us. You killed a dragon. A dragon! Yeah! I'm gonna motivate you, persuasion to be motivated.
And
Yeah, I'm
awesome.
motivated. God
As
damn.
the two is there. Taking that's 2 dragons.
You killed 2
I
dragons?
killed 2 dragons. That's right. Yeah, I killed a blue one.
And a black one. I mean,
She was kind of shadowy looking.
that was shadowy looking. I hated that dragon.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Oh my god.
Orcdeath, we need more drinks.
More.
Artificer, you want to go kill the Bahona with me later on?
Is there a price there? Plus, how many kills will we hold an account?
Let's say 50.
Oria happens to be walking by when she hears this.
Shh. Let him do it.
No.
20 for each eye.
No. Just continues walking.
As probably on the second night, if you guys are gearing up, leaving on the morning of the 3rd, if that is still the plan.
How much extra food did I get though?
I'll give you that on break.
Yes.
You'll see you'll finally exit. She doesn't look tired after spending so much time with her. She looks at peace. Let me see. In the middle of the night, during the campfire. I talked to the Tempest. Seems like I'm going to stay here until you have what you need. I think I overheard that you're gonna go with them.
I am.
I understand. As you see that look that she gives you when she's incredibly sad, but then kind of just turns stoic. You have to do what you have to do.
I'm gonna do what I can to get what I can get to get us home.
Do you need me to tell her?
No, I'll do that this time.
Okay. And now you see that she hugs you and she whispers in your ear, "I'm very proud of you."
I'm not gonna cry. Oh my gosh.
As
That's a lot for Oria.
as in the background after she's hugging you for to you too short of a time. To everyone else, it seems like a very long and embracing hug. You see your daughter holding Cordelia as Tarsius is making really bad faces at her. Like, since he can't really extend his cheeks, and that's not how his facial structure works, but he's doing his best. And they're just having a ball. And you see a couple other kids play around, and they start a little game as they're all kind of like singing and moving around and playing.
I know this is what's going on currently, but I guess beforehand,
Sure.
what was the
Uh-oh.
Y'all's consensus on the kids.
What's the verdict?
Kids.
Mommy and Daddy, what'd you decide?
Mom and Dad are fighting.
I don't think Ariell's gonna win an argument. So
Aww.
It's not forever.
he still thinks it's a good idea to take them with us.
I mean,
but
Oria still thinks it's a bad idea to do that, but
Mom and Dad are fighting.
he's gonna go over to Tarsius and give him a hug.
Oh.
Oh.
He's getting stronger every
And then
day.
kind of like give him a little headbutt, kind of.
As you at the beginning when you were doing that, you see that he went too hard, and now he's like just barely waiting before your head so you can tap. As like you're getting that he's understanding that his skull is way stronger than most people's.
Yeah, he's gonna do that. And then he's just gonna say, "You behave yourself and look after your little sister. We'll be back as soon as we can. Just gonna go on a little trip. It's safer for you here."
No. And you see that he looks angry.
Uh-oh.
Oh God. Won't be long. He's just gonna kind of get up and go over to Cordelia. And he's gonna give her a little kiss on top of the head. And then hand one of his books to I guess Yulna,
Okay.
and say, this is for Cordelia. You can read this to her at night.
I'll make sure to.
Take care of them.
Of course. I've raised many strong, stubborn children. And he looks right towards Oria.
Oh!
I just kind of look back, look at Oria, and just go. And then
Suddenly realizing that we're leaving the children behind. Wait, we're leaving the kids?
You were there,
As-
remember? You even said we
I
voted
didn't
for
think we would
Oria.
actually
When
do it!
Wes says that you see as your daughter had like this goat skin out there reason to toss around. She just drops it, looks right at you, and then runs away.
Oh, I'm good at tag.
And then you just see Oria look over at you, West.
What? What did I do?
She's just gonna go follow after her daughter.
As you see that she's behind a tent and with her hands on her knees.
Mm-hmm.
And as she looks at you, you see there's tears in her eyes and she just away.
Oria's gonna get down, on her knees to, be level with Brahmi. Just, it should not be long this time.
She said that last time.
Oria's gonna
Hurt
wait.
all the time. And then you let bad things come in here. And then you weren't here. And she starts crying and hugs you. And then you came back.
Oria's gonna hug her and kind of cry a little bit herself, but she's going to. She's gonna reach into her bag and she's gonna pull out one of the acorns that she still has
Okay.
from Obadai that she's
Yeah.
kept all this time. And she's gonna hold it out to her.
That's it.
And she'll also at the same time kind of like hold up her arm where the bracelet is that she gave her. Every night when I'm away, I always look at this and I think of you. I want you to do the same thing with that acorn, okay?
Okay.
And know that I'm thinking about you. And that I will be back. I promise.
Okay. And she hugs you even tighter.
Yeah, and her just being like, at the same time, play nice with Tarsius, please. No more of that, what you guys did downstairs.
Okay, I promise. And she holds you for
Mhm.
the longest time.
Oria's not moving until she hears somebody saying, okay, it's time to go.
As you hear the happy, drunken voice of, but what did I do? As the other dwarves are also partaking in the drinking. Ariell's-
You gotta kill another dragon to get her approval.
As the bards continue singing, bringing joy to people. The night is peaceful and calm and cheerful. As Oria, I'm sure internally is devastated. Maybe finding a beholder is easier than saying goodbye. As Ariell might have one more thought.
Yeah?
Yes.
As we're leaving, I'm also going to reach in my cart and pull out the blue dragon helm that I had made,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to hand that to Yulna as well and say, for whenever he can grow into it. Because I don't know how long we're going to be gone. Hopefully not that long, but it's pretty big already.
As you guys sleep, wake up the next morning, say your goodbyes that take couple of hours, probably, to fully
Goodbye
say
to her.
goodbye. I just work with it all right. And we'll see where our next adventures lead the Elysian Vagabonds and our bag of beans. So
I
we'll be back in
successfully
15 now.
recruited another member. To the backup piece.
A bag of beans.
I am really proud of that.
Mute.
Oh.
And hey, yo, Vic. I've got the new script you sent us for the next episode. So we have new players. Who's Grayson? You know who that is?
Yeah, I'm reading that too. What's this? Torival? Torival?
So we have new players.
New players?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, dude. So it also says that the schedule's changed. We're playing on Mondays now.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, what happened to Tuesday?
That'll team out Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh well.
Okay.
Okay.
And just one last little thing.
And it's online now?
Yeah, that. So we're not playing in the studio anymore. It's all online.
Uh-huh.
All right, man. That fucking works for me. All right. Cool. See you later. Bye. So, just so we all know, and the audience as well, a little bit of the map that we are looking at, and if you hit flag, there we go. So, technically, we are here, the Southern Penguin Forest. Going back to Krovasa, when we did the chart, it would be about 400 miles with west of speed. Will take about 8 days. Is that still the current plan? So you need to go back through the Bloodsworn Valley, where you guys originally went into the mountains and found the pathway to the dark, as our Vagabonds were taking care of the drow in the forest and in the mountains. So you guys know the area pretty well.
Yes.
Is that the one speak or forever shall forever?
Yep.
That's okay. So that is our pathway, and when we discussed it, you have 17 days worth of rations per person.
Yes, for 7 people.
So however you
I
want to
don't need
distribute that.
Okay, and I got 3 days of fish rations for 7 people as well.
I don't need rations.
If
So you can.
Must be
lower it
nice. I
down.
don't need rations.
So you can actually distribute it a little wider.
I thought you said you were going to give the fish to the inhabitants of Fangwood. That's why it was 17 days.
Oh yeah. You know what? I did. So
Okay.
yeah, 17 days.
Mumrock's over here like he spit on my rations.
You spit on my rations. You get no alcohol now. Orcdeath, make sure you don't get no alcohol.
As
Spit on my
the-
rations.
Good luck with that, lad.
Painful goodbyes are said. Your daughter understands, but hugs you intensely. Probably about 12 goodbyes in total. You do wake up to just Tarsius in his full armor that he had on, and he has a random stick. When he was looking at you guys, a little bit mad, and when Ariell, you would say goodbye, he charged you, and right about 2 feet from you, he stopped, and then he just walked slowly and just like let his head hit like your knee.
Oh. I'd like to jump out and take a full headbutt from him, please.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll recover it, but it'll be like a point of damage
Okay,
if it's
yeah.
a full-fledged headbutt
Right.
from him.
Come here!
And his head is hardy.
Yeah, it is.
You've been hit in the head with rocks softer than his head. But as you guys recover, having your day's worth of rations, is there anything that you guys would like to do on your way out in the forest now that it's plentiful full of food? Or anything that you guys want to do on the mountain path before you reach your destination?
Mostly just talk to myself. Like, okay, we're doing this for you!
Are you going to try to meditate?
I mean, I'll attempt.
Ariell
maybe,
will
first
help.
thing. Yeah.
Okay. Romeo, after a couple days on the road, I will say that Ariell will be coaching you throughout this.
Okay.
So roll me a wisdom check with an advantage.
Fine.
Oria's kind of like listening in on this too, just like.
Does the entire party just gather to watch it? Just
That's unnerving.
Oria's also gonna go and kind of cast talk with Couscous.
Sit straight, open diaphragm, deep breaths. Actually breathe out. With advantage, you said.
Told you.
It's better than the nat 1 that started.
Fucking nailed it!
You're welcome, by the way.
after learning to breathe, like Ariell keeps telling you to, and finally letting yourself be vulnerable to that, and not trying to brute strength this like you tend to,
Yeah, it's the easiest thing
you
to do.
are able to meditate quite well. Only percentile.
Oh shit, I'm nervous now. nervous. 65.
As you, how do you sit? How do you start your meditation? What pose? What do you do?
I'm gonna do like how Ariell taught me. I'm gonna sit, kind of cross-legged, back straight, diaphragm open, just hands in my lap, just.
Repetition of his breathing.
Yeah.
You start noticing that which muscles get active when you do so, and that was like the first couple steps before losing yourself in it. You start feeling your legs get tingly, and you're like, oh, they're falling asleep.
Yeah.
As the more you do so, it's like you're not feeling your legs anymore, and then you don't feel your body anymore. And then you don't see anything anymore. And you just hear ocean. You hear the ringing of the tightening of rope against wood. You hear the constant of seawater, the waves hitting by, many footsteps in on the ship, and then you're in the ship. You're on a vessel that you recognize. You see a large man in red barking orders at people. What do you do?
I guess I'm approaching him, since he seems to be the one in charge.
And you see a 6'6", 4-horned tiefling look at you as his jaw drops. Mate, you're not supposed to be here.
I'm not.
This is my time.
I came looking for you.
Let's have a drink. As you all of a sudden are just sitting on a chair with ale on your side. Even though you know it's rum, it tastes just like ale to you. He's looking at you with those large red eyes with the pink pupil. Drink.
Yeah.
How did you get here?
I meditated.
Okay. And there's a difference to him right now. He seems not slumbering. He's straight. His muscles look tighter. He looks like he's been working a lot. You see the bags under his eyes of tiredness, but the confidence and a smile on his face. Complete drastic to every other encounter you've seen.
Yeah. So what is this? This isn't like our normal meetings.
Normal meetings? What do you mean?
I mean, every now and then you're in my head, and when I see you, it's there's like things are on fire. There's a throne, I think is what it is. It's made of like metal or something.
You're in my head.
I'm in your head.
You've always been in my head.
Hold on.
We're in the middle of the ocean. There's no fire here. Mate, are you fucking drunk?
That is a very good question. I mean, I've got a guy who's been making drinks, so maybe.
Oh, is it Monkey? Monkey knows how to make good drinks.
Sure.
And when you look down, you're in not your normal type, but you're in like sailor's getup. As you see the door just being open, you see a large, rotund man with his elongated neck. Captain. It looks like we're gonna, there's the land. What do you want me to do? Like, boarding shots, and then we'll fucking pillage what we need to. And he looks at you like, well, it was...
Yeah, okay.
And then his voice disappears, and you come back, and it's been like 30 minutes.
Ariell's just still sitting there with his eyes closed. He just kind of opens one eye. and
You
looks at
okay?
No.
Dad, you need a drink.
Yes.
What happened? Did you actually?
I was in his head.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was on the Sea Devil. Like he was there and he was captain and Fox was there. Fox called him captain.
Oria's going and digging into her her bag and pulling out I guess parchment just to write down everything that he's saying, just like a dream journal.
I will literally tell her everything I saw.
I like that. You have a dream journal. Okay.
Mumrock's very interested in what this guy looks like.
Which guy?
Your friend.
Okay, so he's my height, but maybe an inch taller.
Okay.
And then however many inches the horns give him. Anyway, he's got 4 horns. He's got 2 that go up like this, and then he's got 2 that curl around like this, like a goat. He's got these big red eyes that got a little bit of pink in it. He's big, mean looking tiefling, it's all, he's got kind of scruffy looking. He's literally he looks like he could really punch a motherfucker.
Dad? Sounds like a fun guy.
He could probably eat you alive.
Sounds like a fun guy.
Okay.
And he was dressed like a like a ship captain, and he was giving orders like a ship captain, and
Dad?
I feel like that was a different time. Because Fox was there.
Perhaps that was when he was happiest. And what you're seeing in your visions is what is his saddest time in his life.
Well, I mean, he's literally in hell, so I would assume that might be his worst time.
Well, with him being a child,
Oh,
being
that too.
bullied, the field's burning, we need to figure out what exactly happened.
Well, even with them mentioning the whole thing about, because from talking with Tin, Oria knows that Fox was a part of the Sea Devils.
Fox technically will refuse saying that he's inherited of the Sea Devils, and Tin gladly said, okay, it's my ship then, but it's not really. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
Fox took that shit to Cancun, motherfucker.
Artificer? You ever heard of the Sea Devils that they're talking about?
Yep. Except that time we were in the pub drinking, and somebody suggested the name of a tavern.
I remember that. Did we name something else about a goat?
So wait,
I've eaten goat.
word for word, what
Yeah.
Wes is saying is being said to Oria, every detail.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell it as the best of West's ability.
And I did ask
You
what
get
the
the
guy.
gist of everything.
You get the gist of it.
I did ask exactly what he looked like too. So.
I gave him
Yeah, well,
very
even
descriptive.
Oria can give you, because she's met the guy, so. Yeah, just.
You do recall that Elle the dwarf and woman who just got recently married to Jamal. They were arguing over what the next name for their franchise should be. Should it be the Drunken Goat or the Sea Devils? And she won.
Drunken Devil.
No, they were called the Sea Goat.
Which is your suggestion?
Well,
And we were gonna franchise it.
I guess if we end up making our way, we have to head back through the Dwarven City anyways. If we run into them there, I think we need to try talking with Elle. I know it's probably really, it's painful to bring up, but the more information, the better.
Last time I tried to ask her a question, she refused to answer me, so I asked the other guy a question, and the next thing I know, I was breaking every piece of furniture in the room. Just a heads up.
Other guy. Oh. Were you able to,
Yeah.
Oria's
I
just getting
asked-
frustrated because it's like, you know, Fox isn't there,
Yeah.
Ten's gone,
If
Dis
you-
is
Moves the
gone.
brew away from West.
Not that.
Okay. It's just
Roll it.
I mean, could she maybe point us to someone who that could still be possibly alive that would know?
I have no idea.
Wait, is your friend dead or something?
Yeah, he fucking died.
How did he die?
He was hanged.
Died? Why don't you go find out when he was hanged? Maybe that might give you clues as well?
No, I know where he was hanged. I literally saw it, like, after it happened.
I'm just saying, go back.
That's what we're working on. We're heading back to the city where everything happened.
Bring some more ale.
Yeah. Can I get my ale back?
I don't know, maybe. Or you just sit there looking at her notes. In my head, what the fuck? Just all of the entire like
I'm
conversation
just
that apparently had gone on. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. So, yeah. So we're still cool with heading back to Corvassa, guys?
Absolutely.
Yes.
As the days continue, and the forest starts going into more mountainous paths, I need all of you guys to roll me a perception.
Not bad, not bad.
19.
17.
18.
Damn.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry, what did you get?
18.
Okay.
17.
Alright, nope.
21.
Okay.
Oh.
Perception?
17.
17. As highly perspective as you guys are, unfortunately you don't.
What?
You had
Really?
21?
Damn.
21 does not.
Holy shit.
You guys don't hear anything, but on your path, you do manage to see, and I will give Ariell on that, and we'll say that the only reason why you did see it was because you were driving at the time, so looking at the right path, the right moment of this valley that you guys are passing by. You see a splash of blood on one of the rocks that's passing by.
Pull back on the reins and stop.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what are we stopping?
Possibly trouble.
Orcdeath?
Get your weapons ready.
You want to kill something?
Possibly trouble or 100% trouble?
Well, there's a pool of blood on the ground, so.
Make some excitement for this trip for about time.
Pull of blood on the ground, guys.
Is this
I guess if we're
Rognarv and somebody else
expecting
to
that.
watch the carts then?
Sure, roll me an investigation if you're going to physically go up. If you're going to stay where you are,
Yeah,
just look at
she
it.
was
and
gonna.
perception.
Yeah, she was gonna go and inspect it. At the same time, also try doing a, I guess, perception based on smell.
Okay.
I'm
Roll
gonna
investigation.
help as well.
Alright, so you can either roll or give her advantage.
No, give her an advantage.
Okay.
For what?
Investigation.
Oh, thank God. Oh, that was. That's an 11.
11 on investigation.
Yes.
As you go over to where the pool of blood is, and you see that there's drop trails that leads to a kind of glow of just different boulders behind. And as soon as you look over, everyone you just see as Oria just looks, and like just the sight makes you want to turn. As you see a head completely like a head with the face completely ripped off, a bone dripping completely blood on the ground, as that's what it's using to mount, and then a circle around with different organs, body parts, and then you see skinned man
Oh, fuck no.
just against a wall pinned
Fuck
and
no.
drawn all over.
What the fuck? Oria's gonna explain, like, she'll just describe in detail to everybody who doesn't want to come and investigate. Yeah, so there's a skinned man over here. Some ritual. I don't know if this is culty shit or.
I guess I'll go look.
Yeah.
She says something skin. Okay, let me go see what this is. What the fuck?
Yeah, Ariell's
That's
gonna
the-
go up and look at it all and try to figure out what this is.
Is there anything about like a trail of blood that might lead away from this, or is it just like a ritualist?
When you are seeing it at the moment, you don't see anything. You can roll me survival if you would like, and then roll me perception since that's what you said you were going to.
I don't see shit. I rolled a nat.
Nat 20.
Wow.
I rolled a nat.
Blood
one.
is very fresh.
So that's 8 on survival.
These guys hid their tracks perfectly. The fact that you can't track them in the mountains is scary.
I'm gonna fly up in the air and look around and see if I see anything.
For a second.
That is a solid 18.
18. You would be able to see on the same path that you're walking in, because you guys are kind of going in the valley, you're forced to go on the path, especially with the horses. You see a man who looks like he's been through hell, slowly walking, almost stumbling, towards, like, in the same road, but going the opposite direction you were going towards you.
Okay.
Looks, you can get really good detail with an 18. He might be about 400, 500 feet away. But you see no movement, you hear nothing. That was obviously done with intent and purpose and grotesque. And they did it for those things. You don't see anything in the path, in the forest, near the mountains, in the trees, nothing.
I'm gonna fly over to the guy.
You're gonna fly over? So it's gonna be about 500 feet. We're gonna do that for a bit. You good with that?
Yep.
Okay, so what is the party doing?
I guess looking and seeing if there's like any symbols or instruments around that
Yeah,
might have
same.
been used to commit this.
Roll me perception.
Perception. Yeah, because you said what it was. There was like a circle or something, right?
A
Of the-
circle of its organs,
Okay.
with using one of its bones to hold up the head.
17.
17 on perception. You see no tools.
Okay.
It looks like this person was butchered.
I
Duh.
Found these
Any, like-
results.
Oh wow, did you? What
Thank
were the
you.
results of the butchering?
Butcher or something.
How did that go on?
No recurring symbols or anything.
The
Google
only thing you
butcher.
see that might be recurring would be the lettering that's on
No,
the
officer. I swear.
on the skin that's attached to the stone on the wall.
Oh,
Just
wonderful.
I
It's a long shot to ask if it's symbols I'd recognize.
No, Portuguese non-Chinese language.
Yeah, okay.
Does Oria?
You do.
Pointing
It's
it
abyssal.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
What does
Oria.
it say?
I can't read that. What's that
Oh,
say?
what does it say?
Do you know Abyssal?
Wait,
The language?
no, I just know deep speech.
There you
I just don't think that counts.
Oria
No.
knows Abyssal.
Damn it.
go. It says
Send me new abyssal.
appeasing the hunger.
She's just gonna repeat that out loud, like.
Appeasing whose hunger?
That Orcdeath, how long have we been traveling with these people?
Too damn long.
It seems like every time there's always something crazy going
Son of
on
a
about
bitch.
them.
Anyways,
Aren't you guys happy that you at least get something to do with us?
About damn time.
Tell you what, we make good drinking stories, that's for sure.
son of a bitch.
The only thing killing me right now is me liver because we haven't done anything else.
I can't track them. I tried it. They cover the tracks pretty damn good. And this is the mountains. I'm a dwarf. We love mountains.
Or yeah, just looking at the writing and then back down the body. Yeah, this is definitely something culty.
Nom, 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 nom. What
Never.
about stone cunning?
Oh yeah, did they carve these things into stone, or is it just the blood?
I mean, it would be carved to some, but these are 100% Dwarven mountains. But I don't think that would help you in any way, unless you can word it in a way that I'm not thinking of. Because stone kind of you'd be able to identify the stone in the craftsmanship and appraise it and stuff, but not for the body of this poor individual.
Oria's kind of like looking up. I guess by what she would have probably seen Ariell start flying.
Yeah, Ariell's just
It's like, oh god,
Oh,
what the hell is he
hey, he's
doing?
gone. He's gone, guys.
You see Laz.
So it's a
look up-
history skill check.
Yes, but you can roll. There's something I can maybe think of. You can roll.
Double proficiency.
So your history roll would be with a +4 and with a +8 and 4.
Dale.
So 8 plus your intelligence.
Well, that didn't help. -1.
So
+7.
+7, which is still higher than most people.
Yeah, golden eye.
20. Dirty.
Dirty 20.
Hey, that's what the die I got you for Christmas. Nice.
Yep.
He's got his own golden snitch now.
Nice.
Is that the is it the golden snitch that says fuck?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
As you're looking at this, knowing the mountains, studying what would be the closest thing to you two that might be, this looks like a bear just destroyed it and ate nothing, or ate all of it because bones are missing and body parts are missing, and intelligently displayed around something lying, something with huge claws, huge teeth. And knowing these mountains, there is no such thing as intelligent beast here. Maybe an owl bear, but this is not what an owl bear would do.
Owlbears don't do that shit.
This is definitely, as you said out loud, the ritualistic abyssal. This is
cold. This is dark.
Something
dark shit.
big, something nasty,
so
and something smart.
Oh.
that's
something-
not native to these mountains.
Yeah, as Oreo probably.
That was my
That
next
was
thing to say.
that was a
Because as Oria's thinking about it, she remembers when we were in Corvassa, dealing with that. I can't remember if it was a demon or a devil or what that thing was.
It's dead now, and it's you're welcome.
All I gotta say is, aren't you glad we left the kids back there? Imagine them doing it for cult.
That's why you listen to Oria. She's smart.
I always listen to
She's the
Oria.
smartest one.
This is really concerning. She'll even mention probably
I
to
do have a higher intellect.
Yeah, you
she will. I guess she will mention to everyone that she will.
Duly noted.
She's gonna again announcing to everybody. I'm gonna wild shape into some type of a big cat. Puma.
Puma.
A puma.
Okay.
And she's going to see if she can at least catch a, I guess, scent aside from the blood, if there's anything else, and hoping to God that it's not anything in the area.
Can I
With that, roll me perception, as all about this time, Ariell, you'll be meeting the individual. So roll me perception. I think Panthers will use that stat. They have an advantage on perception if it's smell based.
Yeah. So I already rolled one. 19 twice.
Well, apparently you wanted to get a 19.
Fucking
19 total?
Panthers, man.
19 total. Because I rolled it with advantage and I got a 19 again.
Okay, cool. We'll get back to
Okay.
you on that one. Just please remind me of 19.
Mhm.
So, Ariell, as you are walking by, flying, excuse me, you do see a man who has 3 large lacerations on his chest. His pants are completely torn. He, like, his pant legs that are torn, it's just blood as though it's been pouring down on him. And when you're above him, you can see that he has boils all over his body. And it's just walking. It doesn't look like he knows what's happening. He just looks in a daze just walking.
I'm
and
going.
he has not noticed you in any way.
I'm going to fly down and land in front of him.
As you do, he like jumps.
And I'm going to just put my hand on his face and do healing touch.
Oh, what does healing touch do?
Freed from any poison, blindness, deafness, and it gives him hit points.
Okay.
So he will get 4 HP.
4 HP. Okay. That's way different than what was going to happen.
Alright, I swear to God, if you pull a star on again.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling like he might be back.
As you see that
Revived the evil.
it removes poison, right?
Yep.
Good. Okay. Cool. He looks at you. Thank you. Where am I?
I was hoping.
You see that like his tongue looks like it's been like he's just his whole mouth is red like blood inside of his mouth.
Okay.
You did this.
Oh no.
The man looks like he looks fairly strong. He has you see that his blade on his side is just a sheath, no blade. You see that he has straps on his back for a shield, no shield. The breastplate that he had is completely torn. The metal shins that he had in bracers are either ripped off, slashed, or broken.
Yeah, you saved somebody.
I'm just gonna tell him like where he is, like the valley.
Yeah, I need to find. Yeah, where's the party?
How many were with you?
There's 12 of us.
Holy shit! Not anymore.
Damn.
He looks at you. You're not. Did you do that? What happened? Where am I?
I don't know what happened. I was hoping you could tell me that.
Not telling you any information. Until I know where I am and what my bearings are.
There's 0.5 of you left. And that's about it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna repeat to him where he is, like the valley name, and say that you are headed, south, whatever, from the city of Corvassa. About so many days ride away.
Needed to head up north. The mountains.
That's in the mountains.
He looks at you. If you're concerned.
You will tell me what you know. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to try to persuade him.
Sure.
Jedi mind, sure.
These are not the
Please
droids
do
you're looking
well. No. Actually, 17.
So what do you say?
And say, I'm trying to help you, but I need to understand what happened and where you're going.
As he takes a look down, and like you see his eyes widen as like he had no idea how badly hurt he was. And you do get a sensation that him being so injured, he should feel this pain. He's not. I'm from we're the team of the blood of Yukfall. You can roll history if you want on what Yukfall is.
How do you spell that?
Yougeful. That's at least how I spell it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll this 3. What is my... Oh, that's not a good score. Hey, that is going to be 16.
16. It is a major city south. The blood of the Yukfall doesn't catch you now. It's one of those like I know of the name of the city, I just don't know anything about it because there's nothing of importance in that city.
Okay.
But it is the city of Yukfall.
The rest of my party is about 400 or 500 feet in this direction. If you come with us, we can get you some proper clothing and some water.
As You roll perception.
Ooh. 21.
As you see that he does stand up straight and he gets more proper as the conversation keeps going, and slowly he's been moving his hand inching towards where his blade is, and when you said he just, without looking at it, he noticed that his blade is not there. You feel that this guy's definitely been trained in the military.
Yep.
And when you can sense that, shit, I don't have any weapons. Okay, I'll go with. Hopefully I get some answers and get back to my people. You don't seem, as he kind of like gives you once over. Just want to know what happened.
So do
Ignore
I.
the wings.
Yeah, no, these aren't important right now.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I will.
As technically, he should be noticing that, but he's not.
I will tell him to keep walking in that direction. I'm going to look out and see if there's anyone pursuing us. And I'm
Okay.
just going to fly up, and just as he walks, I'll be flying above, kind of looking around, just making sure there's no.
Are you following him back to the party?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That direction.
Your perception, and then you're 19, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, that's a 20.
20. Okay. Since you're so close, I'll also give the end 20. So yeah, Ariell, as you do fly upwards and see behind you, you see a good chunk of trees completely burnt or chopped down.
That's kind of the direction he was walking from.
Yes, as you definitely smell burnt wood
Okay.
from where you are. As you are approaching, and you see a large feline just start running towards you, as you see Ariell and some...
And what time of day is this?
Let's say early morning.
Okay. Yeah.
So, which also might be good hits. But it's not terribly early, but it's pretty early.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, she'll, start heading towards the direction, and then she sees the injured person. She'll wild shape back.
As you see a man reach for a sword that's not there, and then he looks like he has his hands up, looks at
I'm
you.
just gonna yell down. It's okay. She's a friend.
Okay.
She's just gonna kind of look him over like, oh my god, what the hell happened to you?
Turn your head and cough blood.
I am going to talk down to Oria and just say, talk down to Oria. You suck. No, I'm going to.
About to say,
Wow, he's like really, he's still a little salty about it.
I will turn you into a sparrow. Do not tempt me.
I'm going to say, this man appears to be a soldier of some sort. He's from the city of Yukval, south. What you said, south of here?
South, yes.
South of here. He was traveling with 12 people. He has no memory of what happened to him or where they are.
Oria's gonna kind of like look the man over a little bit, and she's casting this detect magic.
Good idea.
Okay.
I was going to do the same thing.
As you do, other than Ariell and his weapons and your weapons, he has nothing magical.
She's just like, last time it's like, okay, like, really anytime she meets anybody more, it's just trust no bitch.
That's a good point.
Is that where we got it from?
As
Courtney
both
here's
of
the
you
bitch-ass lie.
roll me one more perception check before I go to the other group. So Oria and Ariell, as you're casting detect magic, you need to at least say words and move your arms. But roll perception, Oria and Ariell. Excuse me.
18.
19.
Okay. Oh, excuse me.
Hey, John.
As you're casting the incantation, and you know that he doesn't have any weapons on him. His armor is completely destroyed. He does put his hand near a belt, a pocket, a pouch on his belt that's like on his right side behind him, on his hip, almost like above his butt. And he like moves his hand over there, and then when nothing happens, he kind of relaxes. You both notice that. And with that, we're gonna go back to the group over here. So, as As Rognarv is on top of Brum, what do we see? It looks safe.
We're in trouble. Rognarv said it looks safe.
What do you guys do?
A man on a wind up toy telling us it's safe?
Oh my lord.
Don't know about that.
I want to see how, like,
He's just mad because Rognarv's the tallest dwarf, don't you think?
a rolled off match.
Okay.
What's he talking about? What's so mad? He's the tall one now. I don't think that's tall. Can I see, like, how long the blood's been there? Like, has, you know, like,
It
it's
looks
so
very,
fresh.
it looks very, very fresh. Like, you would hesitate to hours, and that might be a hesitation.
The what?
Hours, and you might think it's probably sooner than that.
Oh, God.
Yikes. Yeah, that's blood.
To get the weapons out, to get the ready?
Yes, I mean, whatever. I mean, I wouldn't know if anything or anyone's gonna come back for this. I think they took what they needed.
They won't.
No?
They won't.
They won't? Why do you think
They
that?
sent a message. Why should they come back?
Who the fuck are they sending a message to?
You're a dragon
Whoever
killer.
passes by.
I'm a dragon killer, but I think this is outside the realm of dragons.
And what was the
is
message
also-
again?
Appeasing the hunger.
Maybe it's something to do with your friend or something.
Yeah, maybe they were just hungry.
Story of convenience, you guys come back with a new friend.
I don't want to ask him anything about this. Appeasing. I can't even read that. Oria's the one that can read it, so I only know what she's telling me, and
I vote demon.
Say one more time.
I vote demon. Some kind of demon something of the other, maybe. I don't know.
As the soldier will notice some blood, but not anything else.
Okay, good. Let's not let him go over there. I'm actually gonna go up behind him as he's like looking at the party, and I'm gonna put a silver piece in my hand, and put my hand on his shoulder, his bare shoulder, if it is bare.
Does he have
We'll say that part of it's like torn
Okay.
off, and yeah, sure.
Yeah, to where the silver touches his skin and makes
Okay.
contact.
Ooh,
And I'm gonna
that's
see
smart.
if there's anything happens.
So smart.
100% punches.
Any pain, anything like that.
You don't see that he's in pain. He just got startled that you touched
Okay.
him.
And I am going
Hands are cold,
to
Ariel.
use lay on hands and just heal him another 3 HP
Okay.
Who the fuck's this guy?
before I just put the coin.
Someone Ariel found wandering up ahead. You said he was injured, right?
Wandering away?
Wandering towards us.
Towards us.
Look at him. Of course he's injured. He's got blood in his mouth.
Huh.
Wes,
Yes?
would you mind getting him something to drink? I'm gonna go over to
I think he already had his fill.
As he a little bit hesitant, but grabs the ale, moves it, smells it, like a
Nice.
It, swallows inside, and you see that it hurts him, and it spits out a part of the ale and blood, and then starts drinking.
Oh, what'd you get? What's in there?
Yeah, Oria is even concerned with that too. Sir, do you have a mouth injury or something like that?
Apparently.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
And he looks
Oh
at
god.
my
that's-
teeth,
Oh god.
and then as these all the teeth from back here are all gone on both sides.
Ah.
Oh,
No.
As now he's noticing that.
How do I heal
Okay.
that?
But again, Ariell, you look at him, he should be in a lot more pain than he's in now. And one of the things that your lane hound did not fix were the boils on him.
Smart of you to give him a disinfectant.
Die? Maybe.
Could take paint off anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Oria aside and just kind of whisper to her. There's an area just ahead. A lot of trees burnt. Might
That's
find something there.
very concerning.
That's when you say overburn. Looks like oh shit. Yes. They were burning the trees that you said to block us. And
Who?
they were laughing.
Who was?
As you see his eyes covered in fear, his just like sinks in as like he's within his own mind recalling. He's going, they were just laughing. They ripped our arms and ate us. They were just laughing.
What they look like?
I decided.
And then you keep saying that they were just
I go up to him.
Okay, he's doing a thing.
I go up to him. I'm like,
And,
I say to him, calm down.
as you do, roll me perception. Yeah?
Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh no.
That's what is that? Perception?
Yes.
30-20.
Okay. You see that the balls on him start getting bigger
Oh,
as soon as you start
God.
getting closer to him.
No.
Oh, as soon as I see that,
Oh no.
I take a step and I'm like, I take a step back and I go to my angel friend here, Ariell. I was like, hey,
Oh shit! I
Hey.
don't know what I could do.
can you heal this boy?
As like he
Where'd I
looks completely entranced
When
and
that-
starts
Hold
trembling,
on.
and you see that like he starts bleeding profusely from all. Even after you heal him, and remove the poison, he starts bleeding profusely
Let me
from
double
everything.
check with him.
And I'm pointing at his face. He's about to go boom.
Oria.
Greater restoration.
As we're about to do that, I need everyone to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
That is a. I fell. 15.
Okay. Pass.
22.
Pass.
I fell.
What did you get? 5. Yeah, this is a fail.
24.
Pass. Orcdeath, what do you
Perception?
get? Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Plus 5, 19.
19. So everyone except for the one that is physically closest to it,
That
which
makes
is
sense.
appropriate. As when you say he's about to explode, and already like, okay, great restoration, and you start reaching for your components, the man just
Oh.
completely explodes.
Monty Python's Brazil.
And
Yeah.
Mumrock, you vomit profusely to the point where your throat hurts and your ribs start hurting just of the amount of just disgust as he is literally
Orcdeath's right there saying, that doesn't count as a kill.
Yes, it does.
Does not count.
Or you might want to greater restoration that guy.
I don't think that's gonna help.
And then Mumrock.
Yeah.
You both can roll me an Arcana check, actually.
Oh.
That is a.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
That is a 17.
17.
Because I'm proficient.
You cure him of poison.
You okay?
It shouldn't have happened. And other than tying this to what just happened, this is... You saw Ariell cure him. You saw Ariell cast a healing spell on him that should have remedied the injuries, not... This is older or darker magic. This really... And we go back to it, but it feels like Rakdos.
That's what I was gonna say. Does it make me think anything of the time with the cats back at?
It gives that impression. You don't sense a presence of Rakdos, because if the presence of Rakdos was here, the world would be on fire.
Yeah.
Unchecked, the world would be on fire.
Yes.
But this feels like Rakdos. This is just what they would do. Having fun, laughing, killing, and then planting undetectable magic within someone to explode them.
Yeah. Or you just.
And
Like,
then
this
you're like,
is-
but if it was magic, you should have detected it. So it's not. Might have been poisoning.
I'm actually gonna go up to the
Which
body.
Ariell has the other part of that information.
I'm gonna go up to the body and I'm gonna look and see if there's anything in what's left. I'm just gonna be like with the stick or something. 'Cause I wanna see
Don't
if there's
touch it.
anything.
That's what Oria's just saying. Just don't even touch.
Oh,
Mumrock, you good?
No. Need more alcohol. Still a kill though.
It needs more alcohol.
where's investigation?
It would
Oh, there it is. That is gonna be a 9.
9 total.
Yeah.
There is blood everywhere, and there's nothing that's not covered in blood. his belt, his pouches, the sheath.
The pouches.
Yeah.
I'm
Can
gonna pull
Oria
those out
also
with a stick.
investigate too?
Sure. As you do, Ariel's already opening up a pouch that has a nice burnt up piece of paper.
I'm gonna pull out a cloth and just kind of use the cloth.
Sure. As you do, do you know the dwarven?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I don't. But I will cast tongues.
Okay. Well,
You have like 3 dwarves around you.
Oh wow, yeah.
Well, I'm doing it anyway.
The only thing that you see, other than just being a nice, this looks like the paper is thick. It's royal paper for sure. The craftsmanship is very nice. The penmanship is very very well. As there's gold leaf around the edges.
Oh, that's fancy.
The only thing that you're able to read is the end of a sentence, and it said a river, and then at the bottom in big bold letters that has reward, and it says on top it says 3,200 gold, and on the bottom it says hoard of gems.
Oh.
Ooh.
As if any of our dwarven friends are looking over Ariel's shoulder, you're able to also read that.
What did it say about the river?
It just says the word river, like as if the sheet of paper was completely burnt off, and you just saw the last word, and then the amount of the reward.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the map that I have of the region and see, which I'll go back to the cart for probably, and see where the closest river is to here.
Sure. Since you have a map, you will be able to see. There's the Yon Don Von Kinder River.
That's a mouthful. I'll
That
just
is a
say
very
the
mouthful.
Yon River.
Yeah, the Yon River. For short, the Yon River.
Okay.
Oria's gonna mention to everybody that she's gonna kind of investigate ahead, with you mentioning the
Yeah, I was gonna say we
and
should stop
having
there
smelt
first.
it. Oria is going to wild shape into a sparrow and kind of start flying off over in that area.
Alright.
I'm gonna fly that area too.
You're gonna both laugh and be like, do you guys need help? And they're gone.
You can still yell at them.
Okay.
Am I still dying?
You definitely don't want. A man literally exploded and all his organs are on your body.
Yeah, that's kind of nasty.
Just rub it back.
Just
get it out.
I'm going to the river and I'm going to find a river to wash this
I can
crap
only
off.
imagine
Oh,
Laz,
actually,
like,
before I do that, I'm gonna tell him to, in the least creepiest way possible, tell him to undress.
Ariel wants you to get naked.
The closest
Not
river would be the river that they're talking about, and it's cutting 2 days journey into the mountains.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
going
you're
to
gonna want
smell the old.
Are
God.
you wearing what
Some
armor? Are you
water.
wearing?
hey, I want to say Laz has
Yeah.
create water.
You'll stand down.
As
Yeah,
last
I
would
go
be
to
just okay. Just God, it's gross.
Fire hose you.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Works
get out
too.
of my clothes as well. And then once they get washed, I'll go ahead and put
It's
it
like,
back on.
yeah, okay, I don't want to say that.
It's like, yes, a dwarven manhood.
I'm
just
just,
going to take a bit
just
of
still
it.
holding the belt with all the pouches. It's covered in blood and guts, and I just look at you and I just do the clean thing.
As you cast your
Motherfucker.
cantrip and it magically gets
And just kinda
as the
look at
blood
you
starts
like-
like almost in a goop. Just
Nasty.
Like, bruh,
That sounds lovely, I'm sure.
now you're all wet. And I just drop the belt and now I fly off to go with Oria.
Are you
I
guys going
needed
to
a
do
shower anyways.
anything before in the midst of them flying? Like, is there anything that are non-flyers are going to do?
Get my clothes back on.
Ooh.
Leather
Wet
is,
leather.
wet leather is going to be very smelly leather soon.
I guess what's the plan? Are we following you guys or?
Yes, I'll yell back and say, keep going straight through the path.
Alright, I'll take the wagon and lead Couscous.
Right.
Guess I'm following.
Yep.
What you guys do. With the speed of the horse trailing you guys, I'll say that you guys are probably about 50 feet. If you want to fly faster, you can, but to keep with distance, about 50 feet behind. As you guys are doing so. Ariell, you're going to notice.
Excuse me?
The
wasn't a
embers of
That wasn't a kill.
the forest. Like you see,
Might as well get at least
you don't
5 of them
see fire.
in there
You
too.
see, and you won't even see embers either. You see a burnt part of the forest leaning away from the path. And the fire definitely started on the path, leaning about maybe 1,000 feet or so, and then stopping. And and so it'll be a survival check to know this. And I can give you guys a roll if you want by the time you meet up with him. If you guys are going to wait for them to approach, departing.
For us to roll survival?
Yeah,
Or?
you guys can roll, like, if you want to, you
19.
can roll survival, but it's just indicative of looking at what's happening. Okay, so 19?
19.
Okay.
Hey,
8,
That's a 7.
7. This is a small fire. That's what you guys get, for sure. What did you get?
12.
Okay,
The survival?
yeah.
I'm too busy throwing up.
24.
Wow.
Holy
Wes
shit.
And Ariell, this is a controlled fire. This fire led people in a specific direction and trapped them in a very specific path. It's going into valleys.
So from where we're at flying,
You would see the forest that's burnt down to the side, and then the path that you guys go in, at least as far as you guys can see, it looks clear and safe.
I want to go to the place where the fire started and see if I can figure out where the people were when they started it. The potential enemies.
Sure. But with your survival check that we're going to continue using, as you do try to look for any footprints or any paws or hooves or anything, you don't see any.
Interesting.
And it's the same thing that Mumrock was saying, that they hit themselves well.
And like no other bodies at this
There's
point
no
of the
bodies.
trail? Okay.
No. You see a lot, like you can see for a pretty large distance, and there's knockdown trees and burnt down things. Burnt down trees, cut down trees, like this was fast, hard, and executed tactically.
Look over at Oria. Well, should we continue following the path?
you see the little bird just kind of like nod.
Alright, then I go the direction that they forced the traveler people to go.
And you 100% know you cannot take your horses to this.
It's fine by me.
Alright.
We're gonna have to have somebody watch the horses if we go.
I mean, how far does it go?
The burn, you are guesstimating about 1,000 feet.
Unless
kilometer. Yeah, give or take.
it would be so much the idea of like, do we go and fly on ahead to see and then turn around and report back, or
Rognarv, watch the horses and the cart.
You still have the sending stones, right?
we do?
Yeah, you have one and Rognarv has one.
Yeah, but right
we
now I'm
specifically remember this.
I'm a tweet right now, so can't exactly use a sending stone as a bird.
That's fine, as long as we have one. And
Right,
they
yeah.
have one.
I can protect the cart.
I'm gonna yell down, West,
Right.
start moving this direction. Oria and I will fly ahead. The rest, y'all stay here and guard the cart. We'll be in touch with the sending stone in case anything happens.
And plus, if you're leading, you can keep up with them.
Okay.
And with your traveling ability, going on long distances, you can keep up with them for sure.
Okay, I'll keep up with them.
You can keep up with them for sure.
I'm gonna go with Wes.
Orcdeath, you have no idea why they're sprinting, and they really should conserve their energy. The birds are flying and then they're running.
I'm following the dragon
Tweet
killer.
tweet.
So I'm here with
Team
the horses
tweet.
and everything by myself.
No,
Rognarv.
Rognarv
and
and Last to stay with the horses, but they all start moving along. Do you travel with them?
I'm taking off.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Cool.
So, wrong perception, everyone.
I missed this one.
Okay.
21.
20.
23.
Good thing I'm falling behind you.
Yep, 22.
Holy crap, Coleton, jeez.
This dice
I
rolls
haven't been
really
here
well.
for days. I need to roll well.
9.
Yeah, 22 total for me, but
Holy
20.
crap!
Okay.
Yeah.
After about like 20, 30, sorry, 200, 300 feet, you start seeing footprints. One set
Oh,
of medium-sized footprints.
Oh,
Mumrock.
let's go look at it. You want to help me out with this?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're the tracker, so I'm pointing out to
with
you.
yeah, roll me survival.
Oh, that's
it's
cocked.
Definitely.
Ooh.
Good thing I'm getting help, so. That's a lot better. 19?
19. Also, why did you roll 3 times?
I rolled twice.
Why?
First one was cocked and I'm getting helped.
I didn't say you had advantage.
Oh,
You didn't.
so.
Well, what did you
It
get?
was
10.
3.
10. Okay. These are human footprints for sure. And it's moving at a fast pace. It is moving accelerated. You don't know why, but it's moving at an accelerated pace. It's just the amount of distance between the footprints. This person is running. Very, very fresh. Minutes fresh.
Oh shoot.
Not, you will not say hours.
That's what I tell the group.
Okay.
I tell Wes because that's who's by me.
All right.
Tweet,
I'm
tweet.
following the. I guess I'll in the sending stone to Ariell. Just we found tracks. They're running. They're moving fast.
Technically, you don't have it because
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
get
right. We didn't.
Oh,
Right.
Rognarv has it. You could have taken it from Rognarv, but the other person who has the sending stone would be Oria, and she's right now.
Oh, that's
burnt.
right.
I'm gonna tweet right now.
That's
So.
Ariell's the other one. Okay. Never
You
mind.
can yell it.
I'm gonna yell it.
Okay. As that yell happens, Ariell and Wes, you hear, and then you hear just a large amount of running away from you.
Okay.
Booking it.
Following.
Okay. As after about 500, 700, 800 feet, 900 feet, still within the burnt forest, you stop hearing the running. You're technically still booking. Are you going to continue booking for the next 100 feet?
Do I still see the tracks?
You still see the tracks of the man, yeah.
Okay, I'm following the tracks. Is what I'm
Okay.
doing.
I'm following Wes.
Alright. As you guys do that, you two flybirds don't see anything.
Yeah, I'll tell Mumrock, keep an eye out in case the whatever it was that was running decides to run at us.
And Orcdeath was with us as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll relay that
When you
to
said
Orcdeath.
something was right, well, I don't know.
Ariell heard
Ariel heard that.
Yeah.
many a thing bolt and run.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be doing double movement through, kind of in the direction that I felt like they were going before I lost audio of them.
Okay. With that, so you're booking it. Are you keeping up with his speed?
Yes.
Alright.
I love the notes.
As I don't know how loud this is, so Ariell.
Oh boy.
As you start hearing that around the corners entirely.
Around the corner I hear it?
Corners, just all over the trees. Many different voices. You start hearing metal come together and different laughters of something. As a arrow flies right over you, that is a 10 to hit, so misses completely.
Okay.
And another one with a 23.
Yep.
If you were a monkey, you caught it.
You take, that is 4 points of piercing damage from an arrow, as it just grazes one of your wings.
Alright, shield
And the
fit.
thing is, when you do that, as you see the arrows, you don't see where they came from. And within, now there's just a valor that's continuing. And you hear a lot of growls and shouts in Abyssal.
What can I understand what's being said?
It's commands: come, hide, shoot, and then wait.
I'm going to Actually, I'm gonna do detect evil and good.
The land is tainted in you.
This whole place just lit up.
Do I have like a bead on any of the creatures?
Actually, I need to look at the book.
Traumatizing.
That is terrifying.
No, Player's Handbook.
Player's Handbook?
A quick question, guys. Who has the book?
Me.
That'd be Ariell. Ariell's had it ever since things that make me cry.
Laz has it, unless Laz gave it back to already.
Oh,
I thought she did.
Then you have it.
So definitely have it.
we need to keep track of this book better.
We really should.
Literally, we're handling a nuke and we don't know who has it half the time.
Yeah.
It's only 30 feet within you. Technically, you detect a lot of fiends, and you had a bink of undead before it went away.
Oh yes. Love it. Well, I'm gonna go towards the closest one, I guess.
As you start moving towards the direction, and by the time you guys get to where the stone starts packing and the mountain starts running,
Yeah.
and you definitely hear growls and scratching, and you see an arrow just.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Mumrock and Orcdeath to like wait up as we see that.
Ariell, as you're moving downward, you do see a man, a human man, running, and doesn't look like anything's chasing him. And he has very similar attire and armor to the man that you tried to help.
Does it look like he has boils on him?
Not long, no.
I'm gonna try to fly down and grab him as quick as I can.
Okay, if you do so, alright. Oria, you can roll perception if you would like. That's a miss. That is a miss.
16?
That is, let's see.
16.
Nope, you don't see where these arrows are coming from. As a barrage of arrows go, about 12 just fly from the rocks. And somehow you dodge every single one of these shots. I rolled
Wings
low,
in,
I gotta get
spinning.
10 on all of them.
Thunderclaps and Nitsu style, like.
As you're just gliding and diving, and you grab the man, and he looks terrified. This man,
Do not blame him.
I just tell him it's okay. Let's get out of here.
as you see that he, his blade is completely missing and his shield is torn, but he still has it. You see that his armor was damaged, and as you're looking, he has slashes on his calves.
Ooh. Damn. I'm gonna try to like. So where am I? What's the terrain?
So the
around
terrain
me?
where you guys are, you're within a valley that's leaning in a very specific path, and the more you're here, you're like, this is a good place for people to hide, as there is about maybe up to 90 feet up of just the offshore of the mountains of just rocky terrain. Every so now and then you will see it's stone and grass, and you would see trees here and there. The burnt ones are all behind you.
I'm going to grab him and try to go to an area that looks like it's good cover. If there's like a big boulder or something to hide him behind.
Sure.
Just kind of get him out
There's
of
a
the
big
way.
boulder that you can see nearby that you can try to go into.
I'll do that.
Okay. As you do, I'm gonna shoot 16 misses.
Laughing.
3.
That does actually look
16 again.
No, it does not hit.
Okay, and this one would miss,
Because
and that one would miss, and that one would also miss. As 5 arrows go fly by, as you are running towards this boulder, you see this. What are we doing?
She's just kind of like flying, like making like little like I don't know if Ariell can see her from where she's at.
It looks. If you're straight up bolting for it, you might lose her. Do you want to still try to keep in sight of Oria?
I feel like getting this guy out of harm's way is the most important thing at the moment.
Then at the moment, you don't think he's noticing you. Or do you, he might have gotten lost or something, but you have no idea where this man's at.
Okay, well, she's gonna kind of again continue on, like kind of like I guess flying around, looking down, just trying to maintain like literally it's just a fucking bird just flying by.
Okay. Wes, you stop or you went further along?
We stopped when we heard the noises.
Okay. So you guys hear shooting, growling, and oddly enough, hyena laughing.
How do we want to proceed?
I'm gonna go incognito, see how good I can do, hide amongst these trees, and then I'll
Not
kind
like-
of sneak up.
Not like Oria can ask or tell anybody.
If they get the jump
Does
on you,
this
just now
sound?
walk
Do
up
these
on them.
sound familiar
Well, how
to
about you go ahead?
the
I'll
sounds
sneak
of
up close to you.
a creature that she heard before back in the very beginning of
If
the
they
mines?
shoot, maybe I can see it, and you know, we can get a drop on them.
No, because that creature.
You know, you see what I'm saying?
I see what
that
you're
you
saying, yeah.
found is dead.
So I'm your
It
shield,
does not sound like
and
the
you hide
jackal
behind me.
words.
I'm your
It does
sword.
not sound like jackal words.
Okay,
But that's the closest thing that it'll remind you to.
Okay.
fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's what I do.
Ariel, I need you to roll perception with disadvantage.
Alright, Orcdeath, we're just gonna kind of sneak on in and see what's gonna happen. I don't know if we're.
Yeah, let's also sneak on in.
Just
14.
What?
14.
I'm the shield, Mumrock's the sword. What are you gonna be?
The axe.
Next.
As you see a clear path
Oh, I
away
did
from
not sneak worth of shit.
the main part of the valley, heading towards that big boulder that you were saying. And as you're reaching over there, Oria also roll perception.
Oh, they're doing that.
And
do we roll in stealth? Because we're gonna.
yeah, roll stealth and then.
Stealth?
That was a 6.
Okay, cool.
I'm rolling the big dice because the other dice are
Yeah, roll for stealth.
What are we rolling?
Stealth. Oh, buddy!
Ah, just fucking bum rushing.
Oh no!
Ooh. Oh, just one. 22.
Excuse me.
Alright, you're the only one that's doing a good job. There.
12.
It's a dice.
5.
12.
You definitely hear Wes's panting behind you, Oria, and the clinking of the belt where the rapier is for Mumrock.
Dude, looking down like, oh my god, guys, really?
You're
clinking.
You're clinking.
As that's happening, you have no idea, and nor do you see a orc.
Oh, nice.
Just vanished.
As you know what you're doing, as they're all leaving,
I'm away from them, of course.
Hey,
as you,
Using them as
Ariel,
bait.
you get close where the boulder is, and you
Shit,
see
where
the
would
man.
Death go?
He does have the armor from
Do we have tactical?
Yeah.
Do we?
Tactical.
Do we have tactical? No, we don't have any.
Not at the
We don't
moment.
have, we don't have
Yeah.
any map at the moment.
Because the heart is completely split.
Yeah, not good.
It's the smartest thing to do in the game.
What do you do?
we always
As
do
you
it.
hear the laughter all around you, but you don't see it. It feels far away.
I'm going to shoot up a sacred flame into the air.
As you do, you put out your hand and you shoot out your cantrip to shoot at the sacred flame. As you see the head of this hyena just rise up.
Alright, time to fuck that thing up.
As you see this large,
You just shot up a
almost
flare.
Yes, I know, because I'm all alone, and they're all around me, and I don't know where y'all are.
Ariel doesn't do good
7
under pressure.
7-foot tall hyena
Oh,
with
fuck that thing.
a huge shield and a flail. As you see the flail has these 3 human-sized skulls that are floating.
That's not normal.
Does Orcdeath see this?
Not at the moment, no.
Did we see the flare?
You,
Flare is kind of a-
technically, you see the flare. You don't see the hyena.
Alright.
So
I'm looking straight up and like, oh, Ariel panicked.
Let's go fast.
They're going
For
to
the
find me.
sake
They know
of
where
this.
I am. Y'all don't.
I will put up a map, but we won't get to it.
Okay.
Technically, Ariel, we had a 27 and a 22 to stealth and hide.
Oh, okay.
So you have no idea where these things are, except for the one that revealed itself in front of you.
Yeah.
As you look, and there are 4 of them just bring out from the bushes.
Don't like that.
Got the freaking
Love hyenas.
hyena laughing just starts the shit out of me.
Oh,
my
good
lord.
shit, guys. Good shit.
Oh, yes, yes.
Ariel, you got this, man.
Put flash. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, you fell. Apologies.
Look at that.
As you're definitely where the mount is, as you see all these gnolls, as you guys could see, these large 6 foot tall, almost 7 feet tall, hyena people. But one thing is very striking that you've never really seen a gnoll.
Shit.
Yeah, accurate.
They have extremely long, almost 1 foot long, completely pitch black fangs.
You said it was a knoll?
Yes.
We've encountered. I thought
Encountered
We've
a,
never
you
encountered
encountered
gnolls.
a dead child gnoll in
Okay.
the pit. You never encountered a live one.
Okay.
Again, the closest thing that you guys would encounter would be the jackal wares, but they're
Oh, okay.
skinnier than the dead. They
Okay.
were not gnolls, they were jackal
I
wares.
thought they were.
As the gnoll... Ariell, do you know Abyssal?
I don't, but I casted tongues earlier.
How long does tongues last? It's been a while.
Let's see.
So that's probably what it
Can
is.
Oria hear it?
5D. Let me see. It is loading. An hour.
An hour. Okay, so yeah. You have to have concentration on it?
No.
No? Okay. Alright. Cool. So the shot, as you would understand, is and it's speaking in Abyssal, and you know it as it says, "The angel will be nice, tasty flesh."
Nervous laughter.
Well, he's screwed. Let's go.
As Oria, I'll say that you will be able to hear that. As another thing dawns on you. Actually, roll me history.
As they say that.
Ariell. Roll me history.
As they
History?
say that.
Or
me?
Ariell only.
Ariel? Okay.
As they say that with their tongues, I'm gonna say your blood will water the meadows. And I'm going to do something interesting.
Your face!
11, 12, 14 for history.
14.
Yes.
To your knowledge, a gnoll would not be smart enough to distinguish what an angel is. As you next start, we're gonna obviously have a fight. Because they look like they're ready to fucking tangle. And
You got this, though.
so you're gonna do one more thing. This is speech wise, we can't.
No.
Okay. Alright.
Wait
As
until
the
next
rest of the
time.
party is following the
Flare.
flare,
Yeah.
and you, Oria, I will say that you, since you are following it, you will be able to hear the word in Abyssal as flesh was the last thing he said, I think. So you hear the word in Abyssal. Hear the word flesh in Abyssal.
Oh, that's lovely.
And guys, that is where we're going to leave our game tonight.
No!
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
As we're going to fight a...
Are we on the map there?
Technically, no, but for the purposes of combat next round, I will put you on where I think you would be.
Where? Yeah, I was gonna be like, where's my Oria?
Technically, you guys would be like all the way over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ariell was flying with the man, which still half his speed,
Yeah.
since he was carrying him. So I would say from you, Oria, maybe about 100 feet. So that's
Okay.
where we'll start. About 100 feet behind
Okay.
the encounter.
And then
Cool,
us, we're
because
just gonna...
flight speed's
We're a
ridiculous.
little bit behind.
Yeah.
So Oria will be about 100 feet, and then I'll just say for the purposes of you seeing her, maybe 150 feet for the rest of you guys.
Okay.
I'm excited.
And that is where we're going to start our next game.
Oh, good thing I can run fast. Oh, wait, I can't. I'm a dwarf.
Jump from tree to tree.
Good thing my friend can run
You're
fast.
gonna run fast.
So guys, thank you so much for staying here. And
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
next part of the chapter is where we're going.
Yay!
Fun shit.
Fun!
Good shit, guys.
I love how I can sit here and look at the map and already plan what to do.
I know exactly
You
what
should.
it
You
is.
should. 100% you should. But alright guys, thank you so much for watching.
Alright.
Like I said,
Night.
adios.
Bye.
What I want to do is